Today's video, why this is the greatest moment in Olympic history.
We are Lisa and Greg, an American couple living abroad in Spain. If you are curious about the crazy, funny, and surprising differences between the US and Europe, you came to the right place. We're on our way to 20,000 subscribers, and we need a lot more of you to come along for the ride. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you choose. It's YouTube. That's what you do. All right. So this is Zach. I guess you say T-Lander. Or I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. Maybe.
My American is T-Lander.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Lisa will include a link in the description so you can go and show Zach T-Lander some love. And you have anything you want to say about this?
Oh, this is a recommendation by the one and only Marcel.
Yes.
He runs our channel, basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's the Greg and Lisa and Marcel React channel.
Yeah. But, everybody in the Discord were talking about this and just saying it was a tearjerker and stuff like that. So, and that we had to watch it.
Okay. Well, I'm curious to see what it's about.
We know.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Matthias Steiner is one of the greatest moments in Olympic history. And here's why. Matthias's wife, Suzanne, had died in a car crash less than a year prior to the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. At the Olympics, Steiner had come in 4th place after the Snatch competition. This meant that the statistical likelihood of him winning the overall medal was already very low. He then...
You said 4th place at the trials? Is that what he said?
I don't know, but every time he makes a lift, I don't know. I'm getting chills down my legs. I don't know why.
Just him or other people?
No, I don't know anybody who's doing it. Like, I don't know why.
Are
it's
you
giving
scared
me chills.
something's going to happen or something?
I'm always scared of these things.
Yeah, I know.
They freak me out.
Let's see.
Steiner had come in 4th place after the Snatch competition. This meant that the statistical likelihood of him winning the overall medal was already very low. He then would miss his opening attempt in the clean and jerk competition, knocking down the statistical likelihood of winning even lower. Steiner...
I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like on a TikTok or something, or some kind of short.
Maybe.
I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah.
Would then make a very impressive 248 kilo second attempt. However, the Russian lifter would make his 3rd attempt at 250 kilos and have a demonstrable 9 kilo lead over Steiner. Here's where it gets crazy. Steiner had less than a minute to determine his final attempt. He had already locked in a bronze. He could have gone for a easier attempt at a silver, something that was closer to his range of his last made lift. Or he could take a 10 kilo jump and make an all-time personal record to take gold. With all of these factors, a gold would be miraculous. And on that day, that miracle occurred. Matthias Steiner would stand atop the podium with a picture of his late wife, Suzanne. Later in an interview, he said, "I just wanted to show the world that I didn't want to be standing up there alone." Okay, so you're invested now. You want to know a little bit more about this story. And look, the reality is the big part is the loss of his wife and the continuing to train and then winning against all odds. I've kind of, given you the spoiler of why, but not many people, if any, really go through the weightlifting session, the session, the actual competition, and seeing the other players, the other competitors in the session with Matthias Steiner. The sport of Olympic weightlifting is really interesting, and it's really fun to kind of understand what's going on behind the scenes. So what I'm going to do for you guys is take you through that journey and explain to you what's happening and what's at stake. There's a lot of history with these super heavyweight lifters, and just in general in Olympic weightlifting, super heavyweights, they're kind of the pinnacle of the sport. We're seeing it more so with Lasha now, but it is the heaviest.
We don't know who that is.
No.
We're seeing it more so with Lasha now, but it is the heaviest weight lifted in this manner of all time. These are the strongest guys. Yes, they're the heaviest. But this is really cool, especially this session. So we're just going to go dive right into it. We're going to start with Matthias's first snatch.
Okay.
But first, today's sponsor is
okay.
Transparent Labs. Now, the two products I'm currently using are the 100% grass-fed whey.
Okay.
I am using this flavor, chocolate peanut butter. It's incredible. What I love about it is that it's 5 total ingredients, I think. Grass-fed whey, peanut flour, cocoa powder, natural chocolate flavor, sodium chloride, and stevia. 6 total ingredients. Definitely the best whey I've ever had. And then we have our pre-workout, which is lean as the pre-workout. I think the great thing about Transparent Labs is that it is Informed Sports certified. So if you compete in something where there is drug testing, you will know for sure that you will not be popped for anything that could sneak its way into a pre-workout or any supplement for that matter that happens sometimes.
Oh, busted.
I take the whey before training, after training, and then a little bit more before bed. And then obviously I take the pre-workout before working out. And so far they've been great. So check out the link in the description and use code Zach at checkout. So there he is, the man of the hour. And I'm also sitting on my couch watching this because, like you, this is where I consume most of my YouTube. I usually have a meal of food in front of me, but I don't. This is his opening attempt, 198. Such a classic look. Compression, short sleeve underneath the singlet with the long socks, Adidas. Something that you see with a lot of super heavyweights is like, it doesn't seem like they change speed too much. I'm going to pause it really quickly. This man right here, Victor's Cerbatis, okay? This dude right here is super underrated. Super underrated. He was a juggernaut in European championships. So he won 5 European championships and then medaled in 4 more after that. So he's 9 medals in European championships, won the world championships in 2007, and then 4 additional medals. Olympic Games, he gets silver in this one. And then, in Athens, and then he gets bronze in this one. This is the guy that, he was ranked in this one. He was ranked number 1. Also goes on to become a politician. Again, the short sleeves under the singlet, I think is such a sick look with the long sleeve. This coach, by the way, still the Latvian head coach, very legendary coach. Looks like he's going to match with 198. Now, I don't know the body weight in this, but back then, whoever had the lighter body weight would win out of the 2 similar weights. Didn't matter if they lifted before or after. So here we go.
Do they always have their arms that separate?
Very similar style to Steiner.
I think so.
Very similar style. Now, there's one other player that we need to think about here. Matthias Steiner, Cerbatis, and one other guy. Evgeny Shigashev. Again, with the sick look.
Dang.
I think one of the greatest power cleans of all time was done by this man at a very light body weight. What a lot of people love about Chigashev is that he's always been one of the lightest, if not the lightest, super heavyweights. So the numbers he's hitting are at such a body weight that we just don't see. I wonder what his body weight was at this. If you guys know, please comment. But that power clean in training at 220 kilos was just incredible. He's always just been huge. A weightlifter's weightlifter. That's, and he just never really got, it never panned out for him. But anyways, here we go. Evgeny Chigachev. Fuck, those shoes are incredible. There's Klokov. And Klokov didn't compete because of an injury.
Oh.
Little wobbly. Show his bottom position. Yeah, he had to fall back a little bit. Watch. See how he kind of falls back? He wants to sit forward. See how he falls back and he still maintains? So this is the other player.
Seriously, I'd be falling all the way back.
Dumbest viewpoint in this sport. Lasha has ruined the sport for everyone. A 200 kilo snatch is nothing. I seen Lasha double 210 like it was a joke. We can't think of that as normal. So now those socks are incredible.
It's so funny.
Hell yeah. Yeah, those are the most coveted shoes on the planet, and they always will be forever and ever and ever.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. And again, I just can't emphasize enough. Lasha Talkhadze. Once Lasha retires, I don't see this like world where we're snatching constantly around 210 or higher existing. Yeah, Chigashev, look at this dude. I want to explain to you guys the magic of weightlifting, and it goes on what you just saw there.
I love how this is just like a world we don't know anything about. But we watch like during the Olympics. I would watch this because it's like I'd watch it going ooh ooh ooh, making all those noises because it just seems so hard.
Yeah,
but we appreciate that it looks hard.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's so cool. It's interesting how excited people are about a world that you don't know anything about.
Yeah, that's
and all
true.
these athletes that we didn't know anything about because they weren't from the U.S. So we weren't really paying attention too much.
Like him being super excited about the shoes. Like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's neat learning about the different athletes out here in Europe.
Yeah.
The Latvian head coach, what he's doing is writing in his lifters' attempt. So what happens is, let's say you make a lift, you'll get an automatic increase of 1 kilo. Okay. Mm-hmm. That means you then have to come back there and determine your next weight that you want to lift. The thing is, you get to change that weight. So depending on what the guy who in front of you, what he hit, what you think the guy behind you is going to hit, you can move around. And that's what they're doing. The coaches just stand by the table. It's madness. And I'll tell you when it really starts to factor in, especially of this session. But I mean, this is like, if there was a way that you could understand how intense it gets at this goddamn table.
It just seems like it's not fair for the first one because the second one and third, whatever, always gets to determine they can go a little bit higher. Like the Steiner guy, he was able to push it to get that gold.
Yeah. But the first one, you'd have to know a little bit about who you're competing with. And you could be like, I know that, lifter B and lifter C, like their history and that, they
so
usually do 200 kilos or whatever. So I'm going to start out with this amount to try and make them push themselves on their first lift.
Assuming that they're just not going to be able to do it.
Right, or something like that. Yeah. So this strategy, even if the first person.
And I wonder if that just is a rotation.
Yeah.
So that doesn't get to always happen.
Maybe. I wonder if like the person who goes first, like had the highest lowest or something.
Yeah.
Before.
Right. And then the person with the highest goes, I don't know.
Yeah. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the sport so exciting. Look at that. We have Klokov coaching Chigashev. 205, big snatch.
Chigashev.
Big lift here.
This is 2018.
Oh.
Looked way better than his opener.
Yeah, that's true.
That looks good.
Again, this is why this is important that I'm taking you through this.
He's even smiling.
Chigashev was in impeccable shape. Never won anything. And this was the meet for him to be the guy.
Wait, hold on.
And this was the meet for him to.
Oh, German's way.
Okay, Steiner's 4.
Oh, German's right there too.
Yeah. Well,
Steiner.
Yeah, he's the one we're watching.
Oh, okay.
And Chigashev is the one who was just smiling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is interesting. It's just interesting. Like you said, it's like we don't know anything about this. Mm-hmm. It's almost like if you're watching a hot dog eating contest and like somebody's making it sound amazing.
Yeah.
that's kind of how this is. Like, of course, I'm not comparing this to hot dog eating.
No, he's making it sound amazing. Yeah. Like now you're looking at their shoes.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
To be the guy. I mean, just look at the difference between him and Chigashev. Wow.
Woo!
Oh, man.
The wobbly leg.
206 for the lead. Just 1 kilo
easy.
better than Chigashev here. Go for 207. Going for the lead. Incredible.
Just put it down.
I'm telling you, like it wasn't just like Steiner had, it wasn't just a wife thing.
They weren't all impressed.
This competition.
Yeah, but they're on his side.
I know. They were just like,
They're like, oh, good job, buddy.
Yeah. Look at that girl right there.
She's like, Yeah. Watch.
I'm telling you, like it was.
Oh, no.
That's why his wife, he probably did something wrong last night. She's like, yeah.
Not impressed.
Yeah, you can lift that weight, but can you clean the kitchen?
Yeah.
Wasn't just like Steiner had, it wasn't just the wife thing. This competition was crazy, bro. So this is a must-make lift to secure bronze at least.
Oh.
Yeah!
Oh my God.
He's an incredible lifter. You can see there's not really any pace change once it goes up the hip.
It's like he doesn't have a grip.
Create space to get under the bar, and the best way to do that is like to just get it off your hip hard, man. That's really why Lasha's incredible. He can get the bar moving off the floor hard, and then he can boom. Now, Chiggy, top lift, 210 kilos. Absolutely.
Burly.
That is one of the. I think it's one of the greatest lifts in Olympic history. Right there. That high of a lift, that kind of clutch, like everything, momentum was going his way. Steiner had a fine meet, 203 kilos. Holy smokes, that's good. But like, bro, you can't have a fine meet in this scenario. Matthias Steiner is down 7 kilos.
And I guess it's okay for them to
who is in a lighter body weight.
Okay, he says he's down 7 kilos, so that must mean on the right, he's probably at 2. You can't see it because of his screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's probably at 203.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's at 203. So,
is it 203?
Mm-hmm.
On the third? Okay.
Because the first place is 210, and he said he's down 7, so it's probably at 203.
Weight category. So look, there's the body weights right there. Chigashev is 124. Okay, so he's obviously the lightest guy here, but this was what's important. This is what I was talking about before. Serbatis, all he has to do is match Steiner, and he'll beat him, right? Because Serbatis is 1 kilo lighter than him. Evgeny Chigashev, okay, 3 for 3, winner of this thing. He's actually 8 kilos, if you think about it, ahead of Steiner because of the body weight differential. So Steiner will have to hit an 8 kilo lift to make up for that. Okay. Now we go into the clean and jerk session, understanding that the likelihood of Matthias Steiner winning this gold medal is very low. So we're going to start off with Chigashev here, and it looks like he's got 240 on the bar.
Ooh. So at this point, they don't hold the bar that wide.
Well, he doesn't.
No. I don't know. In the earlier video when he was
I think they're doing
smaller,
a different kind of lift.
Oh, is it a different kind of lift? Okay.
I think so.
Scream
we don't know.
before the jerk, bro.
Oh, they're all doing it. Okay.
So Udachin is out pretty much.
Do it.
Now we have Serbatis' first lift at 242. Oh, beautiful clean. This change of speed is so good. Dude, this guy is in sick form.
Yeah, it's a different lift.
So now Steiner has 246 on the bar here, I think.
Come on, Steiner.
Had to walk it out, and
is that okay? Oh my gosh.
Now he's a little loopy, but
no,
it's not a good thing to miss your opening attempt in either the snatch or the clean and jerk, dude. Good.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So that lift is called the clean and jerk.
Okay.
The other one where they had their hands out wide is snatch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I've heard about that.
So here we have Steiner, 248. Even if he does make this, he'll still be 6 kilos back. If he made that opener, then he could be playing catch up. He could be jumping past Chigashev.
Oh
anyways, here's the lift. Much better clean.
Steiner.
Good. Huge lift.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Massive. Such an underrated lift right there. Kept him in the game. He jumped past Udachin, the other two guys, and pretty much secured bronze. We now have Chigashev with 250 on the bar. Oh, that's a grindy one. Doesn't fuck around. One breath and goes. Huge. Huge.
Oh, wow.
You need to understand, this was his meet. This man was supposed to win this thing. 6 for 6 is so rare. And to do it on the Olympic stage and to hit 460 kilos. Oh, I've got chills just thinking about it, guys. I'm not kidding you.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Klokov just loving life. The boys are going to get weird in Beijing tonight. That's at least what they're thinking. You know what I mean? Serbatis then goes and tries to take gold from the man of the hour.
Yeah,
he needs to.
The Russian guy just thought he won.
Yeah,
at this point.
He's all celebrating. Yeah,
and tries to take gold from the man of the hour.
Okay.
And he needs 257, which is a huge jump for him. Now we have one lift left.
Everybody knows you don't celebrate before.
Who that man is. Matthias Steiner is approached by his coach, and his coach says this.
Die ganz großen Athleten zeichnet eines aus. Die haben viele Wettkämpfe. Nur ganz
The very best athletes are distinguished by one thing. They compete a lot of times.
wenige Wettkämpfe, wo es dann nur einen einzigen
But they only have a few where they have one try, which will decide everything, and that can change their life. That's true.
Versuch gibt, der über alles entscheidet und der das Leben auch verändern kann. In deinem Leben hast du vielleicht 2, 3 Versuche.
In life, you only have 2 or 3, maybe only one chance, and you have to grab
Vielleicht auch nur einen.
He makes that decision to now take a leap of faith, to be a man who has had a pretty decent session. You know, that 248 was very good. That 203 was very good, right? A pretty decent session, and now has to lift a miraculous lift. Over a guy who went 6 for 6, which is incredibly rare, and had the meet of his lifetime. He did everything right.
Wow.
Everything right. Steiner didn't do everything right.
That's true.
That's it?
That's the last one.
Barely any height on that clean. Best jerk yet. Got it behind him. Probably. Everything comes crashing down. That reaction right there. That's a guy saying, I did everything I could.
Oh, wow.
Everything I could. I did everything right, coach. Bro, this is what the Olympics are about right here, man.
Yeah.
461 total. That's no slouch right there. That's legit. So now we have one of the most iconic moments in sports history, obviously Olympic history. Look at Chigashev doesn't really realize like how special.
Wow, he won gold.
It's
wow.
crazy.
You know, there's something to be said for your why, like the reason that he was competing.
Oh yeah, that can compel every cell in your body.
Yeah, it just makes you do stuff that you didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
So, and I wish there was an interview of him. I bet you he probably said when he decided, he just thought that my wife is with me. You know.
There's something in his mind, just like how they say, you know, women can lift cars if their loved one is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
We have one of the most
something in his mind that was going on.
Most iconic moments in sports history, obviously Olympic history. Look at Chigashev doesn't really realize like how special of a moment that is.
Yeah.
He just comes up and does like a little flex thing. But that's it. That's what that's about.
Oh.
All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed that, variation on a story that we all know about. And if you didn't know about it, now you do. I like to share the ins and outs of Olympic weightlifting as somebody who's coached and competed in it quite extensively. I think it's incredibly interesting. And for me, obviously the aspect of him losing his wife and then dedicating the victory to her and bringing the picture on stage is incredibly important. And it's the most important part of the thing. But I think, a very, very big part of this was the performance, and that the performance wasn't perfect. And it really does play out like some of the best narrative structure for a movie I think I've ever seen. Like, he is gonna lose.
Right.
He's going to lose this thing and needs a miracle and does the miracle. Like mathematically, statistically, he needs a miracle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's so intriguing to me. Most people don't know about that. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to bring that to you. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.
Yeah, that would make an amazing movie.
Yeah, that would.
Mm-hmm. Just showing, the roller coaster of emotions and all the mishaps and the story behind it. Of course, they'd have to show, him and his wife together, happy, and then him going through all this and dropping them and then going through the mindset, hearing what he was really, truly thinking during that, right before that moment.
All right, let's take a look here. Shall I read this? That's kind of the...
Yeah.
Okay. The emotional story also has another component. Matthias Steiner is from Austria, and because of a combination of some sort of illness and the tragedy with his wife, the Austrian Weightlifting Federation kicked him out. They thought he could not bring the results necessary to win a medal because of the lack of power and focus. The German team adopted him and gave him a chance to show the world what he is capable of. He did, and at the winner's ceremony, he not only showed the picture of his wife, he also pointed on his trinket, which showed the German colors instead of the Austrian ones. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The cartoon of his wife's spirit helping him lift the bar is making this grown-ass man cry.
I bet, especially if you're heavily into that, it's probably overwhelming.
It gets me every time.
Oh,
that was really good. I wasn't sure how that was going to go. But it's just really...
Because we don't know much about it.
Yeah.
But we knew it was about the story. The story was important.
Right. Yeah, and it's awesome. It's part of what this channel is. Like, we get to learn about things about Europe.
Yeah.
That we just have no idea. And that's one of them.
Yeah, this is one of the things that we just had no idea.
Yes.
These athletes' stories.
Yeah. All right. Well, we do have a Patreon. So if you like this and you want to support the channel in more ways than you watching the video, which we definitely appreciate, you can go over to Patreon. We have a free option and a paid option. And we also have a link to our Discord channel in both of those options. And Discord, there's all kinds of stuff always happening over there. So
yeah, we're getting a lot of suggestions. That's why.
Yes, that.
Marcel's over there making all these suggestions. So we're like, okay.
That's true. All right. Well, that's great. As always, thank you for stopping by. And we will see you on the next video.
Bye.